Welcome to Slop Slock's Thunderdome edition, the greatest sports betting show in the history of sports betting shows. Everybody knows that. If you've never seen the show before, do yourself a favor right now. Subscribe to this channel. Get the notifications on. You don't want to miss another one of these shows for the rest of your life. While you're doing all that, let's talk to today's panel. The first one, well, you know both of them, but the first one you know you love. You follow her on Twitter all the time. You see where she goes always. The great Lucy Burdge. What's up, Lucy?
Well, what's up, you guys? Very happy to be here. Yeah, you see where I go all the time to wherever I am. It's a Red Sox game or it's Home Goods or wherever. I'm always out there, always there for the people. So yes, exactly.
Awesome. Yeah, I saw you were at the Red Sox game the other night because I saw you on television. I was wanting to know, is that just like where you sit?
Yes.
Or like a special thing?
So this is
damn, Lucy, like you're kind of coming up a little bit here.
Yeah. Okay. So here, I really appreciate this because this is an opportunity to plug the great people at DraftKings. As I am now partnered with DraftKings, I was there with DraftKings. So I was there with three people from DraftKings. So it was a work outing. And, those seats are just casually like on the field. So it was very close to all of the players. I could hear them. I could hear the bat boy tell Jaron Duran swing on the first pitch, and he did, and he hit a home run. So that was, yeah. I should have put him in my parlay at DraftKings, which was my mistake because I did not. But Red Sox money line did hit in the parlay. So that was good. But yeah, I was there with DraftKings. So thank you to them. But yeah, moving up, Slop. This is things are happening, but it's
moving down.
I'm moving down in terms of seating. Yes.
At some point here.
I was basically in the dugout. Yeah.
I was like, God damn, like she's like right there.
Yeah, Roman Anthony right in front of me.
Yeah. I was like, tell me, like,
Rafael Devers, hello.
Hanging out right there.
It was almost like too close though. I was like, I could hear them.
Yeah, I was afraid you're gonna get hit with a ball or something. I was like, man, so keep your head on a swivel.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you're at the movies and you're in the first row and you have to look up and you're actually uncomfortable. Yeah, it was a little bit like, it was a little close. But it was a fun time. I had a great time. So it was a wonderful evening. The weather couldn't have been better, as we remarked many times, because so overwhelmed with how great the weather was. So it was beautiful, but it was not a date, as people on social media did assume. No, those are my coworkers. Thank you very much. And they're great people. So I had a really fun time.
Awesome. I would have spent the whole night talking about how good the seats were and how nice it was. And then
we just kind of sat and admired.
Do you have like a ton of beers? Or
no,
there, or do you not do that because of work? Because I would probably end up with maybe a 12-pack.
Yeah, so this was a situation where you can get the food delivered to your seats. So we did take advantage of that. I had one glass of wine, and that was it. I was good. I was fine with that. And I actually did not have any water. Didn't really. It's really okay. But no, I should have. But it was a work event, so I did keep that in mind.
Yeah.
And I kept myself together. So I think I was very professional in my behavior.
Awesome.
Yeah, I was also on television, so I didn't want
keep that in mind
to look, all sloppy. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's awesome.
Yes.
The other guest, you might know him, you might remember him from the Morning Wood, but our schedules have changed, and people are saying, Matt, that I kicked you off of that show, and I want you to say right now, prepare what I wrote for you. All right, tell him I didn't.
Prepare what you wrote for me. Okay.
Don't tell him that. Don't say I wrote it.
Okay, got it. Well, I don't know what you wrote for me, but
just say it off the top of your head.
A lot of people have been asking me if I'm okay, if we're good. A lot of people have been asking me, if I need to see a doctor because I no longer have the Morning Wood, which a lot of good questions. Slop and I are good. No Morning Wood. We'll figure that part out. That's for me and my wife to handle. Have the dongs gotten better? Not really, kind of, but also kind of not. Is where we're at. So that's the recap for the people that have missed me for the week.
Awesome. Well, I'm happy to see you, and
happy to see you as well.
I'm glad you're alive. I know you hit a plus 1,000 home run bet the other day, and Lucy, you're coming in off, I believe, 4 days straight.
4 days straight.
Hitting dingers. So I think we're hitting at the right time. And if you've never seen the show before, what we're about to do is each give 3 picks. I'm going to give 3. Lucy's going to give 3. Matt's going to give 3. We're going to go with snake draft, though. Put a little style into it. You know what I mean? It'd be stupid if I just gave 3, Lucy gave 3, and Matt gave 3. Everybody knows that. But I'm going to go first. But before we get to any of that, I kind of want to show Matt. Actually, Matt, you were here. I want to show Lucy what we did last time we were here. Lucy, you see all that green under my name?
Yes.
You see that? It's Chris Bassett. the over 5.5 strikeouts, that hit. Zebby, over 5.5, that hit. Will Benson, over 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs, that hit. So that's called a sweep. I'm not trying to intimidate you. I'm just saying I've been coming correct. I've kind of figured shit out, and I'm ready to go. Unfortunately for Aton, he's not here today, but he did not hit. Actually, he did hit one bet. He hit the Siakam bets. That was good. And Matt, you reverse swept. They were all home runs, though, in your defense. So there is that. But it was not good, if you remember right.
Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. I don't even remember what happened yesterday. So
true.
I'm good.
Nice. Gambler's mentality. I like it.
Yeah.
So, my first bet, I'm going to go with a guy called Cade Horton. Lucy, I want you to earmuff it for me. It's plus 110 at FanDuel. Cade Horton pitches for the Cubs, if you don't know. He is kind of a strikeout guy. I mean, you can tell that he's kind of a strikeout guy by the line because it's 4.5. That's what they do to the kind of strikeout guys. Like, is he? Is he not? Let's just throw him 4.5 on him. All right, he's a 4.5 plus money guy. All right, I don't think when this game starts that he's still going to be plus money, though. Plus 110 is a little bit too high for him. He's coming off a game where he struck out 6 Detroit Tigers. I know the haters are going to say that he only struck out 3 people in the game before, but that was the Washington Nationals. They're not really a strikeout team. And just not for nothing, the time before that, he struck out 6 Rockies. So, look, this guy can strike out teams. Guess who he plays today, Lucy?
Who?
The Pittsburgh Pirates. You know what they are? They are a strikeout team. Strikeout team. That's all they do is strike out. In fact, I'm going to get you a number. I don't know why I don't have it up right now, but I don't. But if I did, you'd be impressed, Matt. Over the last week, they have struck out, I can't even see it, 49 times in their last 187 at-bats. That, to me, is very bad. That's like top 10 in Major League Baseball. The idea that Cade Horton, a young stud like Cade, can't get 5 of them is crazy, especially plus 110. I'm not having it. What do you think, Lucy?
I like that a lot. I think that is the K prop to take today.
Mm-hmm. Well, don't get ahead of yourself.
Okay, I will. Yeah. Okay.
It's one of 3 K props.
That is a good one. That is the first one though, because that game starts at 2:20. We're getting an afternoon game today, which is awesome. I love that on Fridays. Normally we don't get that. We don't always get that, so we should be happy we're getting one. Lucy, you're up. Stop stalling.
Friday afternoon game is a rarity, so take advantage of it when you can. So for my first bet, I'm going to take a guy named Hunter Goodman to hit a home run, plus 400 at DraftKings Sportsbook. That is a great sportsbook. So DraftKings is great. Hunter Goodman is batting 500 against Bryce Elder with 3 hits, including a home run, and he has 1 home run in his last 2 games, 3 in his last 9, and 11 this season. Plus, Bryce Elder has allowed 6 home runs to right-handed batters in his 10 outings this season. I'd also say that I have had some help in the past couple weeks from the great people at Pine Sports in coming together with my home run bet. So if you also want to sign up for Pine Sports, sign up with code Lucy and get 25% off your first subscription.
I like it. It's
been very helpful to me in deciding whom to bet on each day to hit a home run.
We could all use a little help, Lucy. And nobody could use a little help with the home runs like Matt. Matt, you're up.
Yeah, unfortunately true. I'm just curious, Lucy, are you doing all dongs today or are you mixing it up?
My friend, I'm doing all dongs.
Okay, that's what I needed to hear.
All dongs across the board.
Yeah, I mean,
a lot of dongs.
Me same. Yeah, all I think about are dongs. So
you
I might
have
as well
the
do it.
Same, obviously, but you have the dong king and queen on today, so
I know.
I'm doing dongs.
I might need to relinquish my title until I get a couple dongs, but I do appreciate that regardless. I'm also doing all dongs. I'm going a little bit shorter odds because A, I need to see one go through the hoop, and B, it's for the people that want to parlay all 9 of them, so you can actually do that. So my first one is Matt Olson. First of all, he's got a great first name, so that's always good. You can always rely on a Matt. He's at plus 300 at FanDuel. That's not great. I'll admit that's not great. You line shop that across the board, you're not getting 300 anywhere else. So it's actually a pretty decent price. Olson, he's been hitting the crap out of the ball lately. He's going up against a guy named Herman Marquez. All I know is Herman Marquez is not a great pitcher. getting destroyed by lefties. We're talking 12.7% barrel rate, 65% hard hit rate. And a lot of times when you see guys with like those high percentage numbers, it's because they're strikeout guys, not Marquez. Strikeout rate, 17.3%. I could probably strike out like 17% MLB batters if I tried. And then you look at, yeah, exactly. You look at Matt Olson, he's not quite where he was 2 years ago, but he's better than where he was last year. And he's finally getting some lift on the ball. That's been the biggest issue for him. Ground ball rate under 40% over the last 30 days. We'll take that. Barrel rate, 20.4% against righties over the last 30 days. We'll take that. Leads the Braves in barrels last 7 days, last 14 days. And let's say in the off chance he doesn't get one off the starting pitcher, Rockies bullpen's terrible. He could easily get one off of them as well. He could get 2 tonight. We just need him to do half of that. And that's my first play, Matt Olson.
Feels good. Feels good. I put him in my Millie. He was I would bet more than I could afford to lose on him responsibly. He was that guy. He was that much of a lock. So that was good. I'm glad we're aligned there. He's got 4 barrels in the last week. That's pretty good. And like an 18% launch angle. Not bad. So that one feels right. I like it. You know what? I like it so much. I think you should go again.
You got to feel bad that I'm also on it, though. You might want to change your Millie if you can.
No. I don't do that, Matt. I go down with the ship.
I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. All right. My next one. Again, we're in this see the ball go through the hoop phase of the Dawn Report.
Yep.
Okay.
Give me Cal Raleigh, big dumper. I mean, listen, when you need someone to hit a dong, you go to the big dumper. That's what everybody says. Lucy will appreciate this. Plus 340 at DraftKings. Best offered price there. Go lock that in. So he's on fire. I mean, I don't really need to go on here and say how good Cal Raleigh is. 9 home runs, but I am, to be clear. I'm not just going to end it with that. 9 home runs in his last 14 games, not showing any signs of slowing down. Going up against Gavin Williams, big barrel rate guy to lefties. And what I love about Cal, switch hitter that equally annihilates both righties and lefties. So it doesn't matter what they throw at him. He can hit them. But Gavin Williams, starting pitcher, 12.7% barrel rate against lefties on the year. Last 30 days, up to 19%. Allows a high fly ball rate to lefties. That's perfect. The reason why Cal is such a good home run hitter, his fly ball rate's like 60% over the last 30 days. It's crazy. Williams does strike out a lot of lefties, but that's fine because they also hit him hard. His fastball is what gets nuked. And I will admit, Raleigh, as good as he is not a great fastball hitter. The good news is he only throws the fastball 35% of the time. Gavin Williams does. And every other pitch, we're talking cutter, sweeper, whatever, Cal annihilates. So Cal is going to hit a home run tonight, plus 340 DraftKings.
How does it make you feel when people say never trust a big butt and a smile?
I tell them that they're wrong.
Okay. Good. Okay, good. Now that we locked that up, you're up.
Always trust a Matt and a big dumper. That's it. That's
2 things that you can trust. 100%.
I would say Bell Bip DeVoe says otherwise, but we can move on.
Yes. Well, you know, one guy you can trust is Pete Alonso. So I am taking him to hit a home run, plus 310 at DraftKings. This is another guy you could just say, well, he's good, but he is batting 1,000 against Taj Bradley with 1 home run. And he's 1 home run. He's hitting 1,000. So this bodes well for him. He has 17 home runs this year, Pete Alonso does, and 3 home runs in his last 7 games. Pete Alonso home run plus 310 at DraftKings.
I like it. Big Meat Pete.
Yep.
I believe is what people
That's what
call
they
him
call
on the
him.
streets. So that's good. We got a big dumper. We got a guy with big meat.
Yep. Also,
Matt
yesterday was Grimace's birthday, and that is very exciting for the Mets. So
Yeah,
I think Pete
Grimace
Alonso
had a birthday.
I didn't either.
That's
And now
pretty
we
cool.
know.
That's
They did a whole graphic for him.
Nice work, Grimace.
Yeah. Good
Is
for
that
him.
the content thing, or it's really his birthday? He was really born on that day.
I think he was really born that day.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Just a
Now
gut
he's
feeling.
now he's he's a man.
Oh, he's getting old, man.
I know. Now he's like
He's
elderly.
gotta have like grandkids by now.
Probably.
Hope they're doing well.
So
All right, we're gonna go Charlie Morton over 5.5 strikeouts plus 126 at Profit X. Profit X is not a sports book; it's an exchange, but it operates, looks, and feels just like a sports book, and it's legal in prison states as well. So if you don't have sports betting in your state, go into your app store and see if you can download Profit X. It's insane. Use promo code SLOP. They'll give you cash back for your first month. That's crazy. But that's not the point of this. The point of this is Charlie Morton's 41 years old, and he's still laying people down like it's his job. All right. He started the year in the rotation, went to the bullpen. Now he's back to the rotation. They're stretching him out. So don't worry about pitch counts, whatever. He can probably throw 100 pitches if he doesn't get annihilated like he did last time he pitched. He only threw 2 innings, 2.1. But, Matt, you laugh. He still struck out 5 guys. And that was 5 A's, which they are kind of a strikeout team, so whatever. Start before that, though, he struck out 7. Start before that, he struck out 5. Start before that, he struck out 6. But here's the thing. That one, he only threw 62 pitches. For whatever reason, he's out there trying to lay people down, and that comes in handy because he's going against the Angels tonight. Over their last 162 at-bats, you know how many times they've struck out, Lucy?
75.
51. I wish it was 75, but 51, still a lot. If you look across the market, though, Pinnacle still has this at 4.5, minus 169. Caesar still has it at 4.5, minus 174. The smart books, though, they're all going to 5.5, okay? It's going to be 5.5 plus money. So getting 5.5 plus 126 at Profit X is that's a steal. I feel like I just stole something. So that's what we're going to do. What do you think of that, Matt?
I'm pro stealing, so that feels good.
Okay. I don't like that the guy's 41 years old.
Well, yeah, but Slop, that is the K prop to take today, I would say.
Yep. Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. We've got one more. All right, I got one more in my back pocket. I will say we might be laddering those later on, too. Not in the show, but I'm saying later on in the day, so you can follow me on Twitter. Because I'm going to Mohegan. I want a paper ticket. You know, that's just fun. You know what I mean? You want to keep it under $600, though. Just keep that in mind. And I think if I were to parlay it with this guy, Jack Kahanowitz, I think is how you pronounce that. I got to be honest with you. I know him as Jack because I can't pronounce his last name, and I don't watch a lot of Angels baseball. So I don't really hear it much. But I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. I don't know what's going on with this guy, but I do know one thing. The books somehow keep pricing him at 3.5. He's 3.5 plus 130 at no vig. That's crazy. That's crazy. You want to know why, Lucy?
Why, Slop?
In his last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 starts in a row, he's gone over this number in every single one of them. All of them. Like, that's 100%. He's gotten 5 one time. He got 6 one time. Got 5 another time. He got 4 all the other times. All I'm saying is that's crazy. That gets you interested. But you got to dig a little deeper than that. You can't just go with whatever just because you got 6 in a row, whatever. Could have been good teams, blah, 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 blah. He might be playing a tough team this time around. But guess what? He's not. He's going against the Orioles. They have struck out 46 times in the last 170 at-bats. That's not horrible, but that's not good. That's not good at all. And whenever we got a 5 guy, a 4 guy, all we need is 4. Like 4, you could accidentally get that. He could get that in the first inning. People have struck out 4 times in one inning before. Did you know that?
It's true.
Yeah.
That's happened.
It's true.
Like we've all seen it happen. Well, some of us have. But no, but they got certain guys like Cedric Mullen, Ramon Urias, the other Ramon Laureano, Jordan Westberg, Jackson Holiday. All those guys are strikeout guys. They all can strike out. Colton Cowser is an undercover strikeout guy. So we got plenty of dudes that can help us get to where we're going. And we only need 4 of them. That's crazy. Crazy, crazy. At plus 130, feels like a lock.
Oh, that is the K prop to take today.
Yep. That's the
That's the one.
That's one of the ones.
It's one of the ones to take today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I think about that.
I feel good, man. God, I feel good about that. I wasn't sure if I was going to sweep, but now after I said all those words together, I'm glad you guys are here to hear it because I know that's sweeping.
Yep. I'm glad we're here too.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's going to happen. I believe it's my turn.
Yes, correct.
All right.
Correct.
So I'm going to wrap up my bets for today. Donks today. Kyle Schwarber to hit a home run plus 275. Another guy who you could just say, well, he's good, but this is a good spot for him because he has 3 home runs off of Kevin Gausman, 21 this season, 2 in his last 7 games, and Gausman has allowed 7 runs and 2 home runs over his last 3 starts. So it all comes together as it really does for all of us today with what we're going to do in sweeping here for Kyle Schwarber plus 275 at DraftKings to hit a home run.
That feels like the home run play of the day.
Feels good to me, Slop. Don't get ahead of yourself, though.
Yeah, that's true. Because there's still one more. We got one more. I gotta be honest with you, though, Matt. I feel like we put a lot of pressure on you. Like, I mean, I'm happy I swept and all, and I know happy she swept, but that means that if you don't, it's gonna look bad.
Sucks for you.
Yeah, it's gonna look bad. The people are not gonna be happy. They're gonna kill you in the comments. I can guarantee.
Oh yeah.
So make sure. I mean, you got Cal Raleigh, you got Matt Olson. I feel like you just need one more. What do you think?
I like it. You know, I would say that I thrive under pressure, but that's not true. I fold under pressure, but I don't feel any pressure because I'm so confident in this next pick. So there's nothing to worry about.
Self-awareness.
We're gonna go with Mike Trout to hit a home run. Now,
Never heard of
a
him.
lot of people. A lot of people are saying this is a classic Matt pick. He hasn't hit a home run in 8 games. This is why you're on a cold streak. All the haters are just coming out of the woodwork for this one. Here's what I'll tell you. Yeah, he hasn't hit a home run in 8 games.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let that tell you, or don't let that make you think that he's cold at the plate.
Okay.
He's red hot. In these last 8 games, 16 hard hits. That's 2 a game. Even I can do that math.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a hard hit rate.
So I call that good math.
Yeah. Yep. Everybody does. Hard hit rate, 76%. That's a high number. That's almost 80%, which is a good number.
That's almost 77%, dude.
Yeah.
Almost. Yeah, almost. Barrel rate, that 14%. That's not going to put you in the Hall of Fame, but a barrel rate is not somebody that's blind at the plate. That's all I'm saying. Now, you mentioned Charlie Morton. My theory is the reason why he's become such a strikeout guy is because guys are just swinging for the fences. Like, they know if they get a hold of one of his baseballs, it can go 500 feet. So they're just like, they're striking out a lot. They're also hitting him hard, and that's totally fine. I'm good with that. Home run per 9, 1.61 on the year. That's bad. Home run the fly ball ratio, 16.4%. That's bad. Slightly worse against right-handed hitters. Home run per 9, 1.73. And then you look at Mike Trout. He's a right-handed hitter who's actually better against right-handed pitching. He's hit 10 home runs this year. Guess how many of those 10 home runs have been hit against right-handed pitching?
9.
10. Literally all 10 were against righties.
Man, I was like, man, there's no way he's gonna hit us with an all 10.
Yeah, no way. But
dude, you got me, bro.
But that's true. And the thing with this is Charlie Morton, like, he's 95 years old, so he doesn't throw anything fast anymore. His fastball, it's kind of an insult to fastballs because it's not that fast. Everything he throws is soft.
Can't call it a fastball. Yeah.
Exactly. It should be called a slow ball.
Slow ball. I was just gonna say.
The good news is Mike Trout, the soft stuff, crushes it, annihilates the soft stuff. That's always everything from Morton's going to be soft. Nothing soft about the ball that Mike Trout's going to hit. Plus 400, bet 365.
I like it. So if the people were to just parlay all these, because there's some psychopaths out there that they watch a show like this and they're like, I would take these straight, or I'll just parlay all of them. Because that happened to us before. I didn't know people did that. And then it turns out people were DMing me and be like, dude, I just won $60K. I was like, wait, how?
$60,000 because they parlayed all of our picks. This happened twice. At least once.
Crazy bastard, just to get that out of the way. But that's awesome. Smart. That is awesome. If you did that today, that would be about $650,000. It
would be exactly $650,000.
Do you know how
put
funny
$10 that'd be really funny. I would be laughing out loud.
I would.
Out of just, I expected it.
LOL.
Yeah, but expected.
Yeah.
Not surprised, just like laughing.
I mean, the way I see it, though, all we have to do is sweep 3 picks. It's not like, you know what I'm saying? You hear 9-leg parlay and you think, oh my God, that's a lot. But that's not really what's happening here, because all I got to do is get 3. All you got to do is get 3, Lucy, and all you got to get 3. All you have to do is get 3, Matt. So how is that? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what has to happen, and I see it. I see the vision. I see it happening. So it's a good day.
So will you get in trouble if DraftKings gets like bankrupted today because of all these people doing 9-leg parlays?
Yeah, but it'd be okay because then I would also win. So I'd be like,
true.
But you know, I love DraftKings. I would say, look, guys, this is a great day, and they'd say, okay.
Yeah, they'd be like, all right, cool. We'll get it back. It's nice. All right.
Yes.
All right. Well, that was awesome. I love when both of you come on this show because you win and you do a great job with the analysis. So that was awesome. Lucy, tell these people where they can find you because they might want to find you.
Yeah, I would hope that you would love to find me out there. You can find me at DraftKings Sportsbook, but also on Twitter at Lucille Burdge. Same thing on Instagram. TikTok is Lucy Burdge1, and Pine Sports. Sign up with code Lucy and get 25% off your first subscription.
I love it. I love it. And Matt, where can they find you?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Jedi Modai. You can find me on YouTube at Jedi Modai. If you want NBA picks that actually win, I can help you there. If you want to know home run parlay, I can also help you there because I'm giving out my favorite home run picks. So people just parlay the no on those. That's how that works. But yeah, on Twitter, YouTube, Jedi Modai.
Awesome. Awesome. I'm Slop Rules. This is my channel. Get subscribed. Get the notifications on. I'm not going live this afternoon. Going to Mohegan. It's going to be incredible. I can't wait. But I will see all of you next Monday. Thanks for watching.